Every day I'm shuffling.
Hi, welcome to this week's edition of the Sports Shuffle. I'm Robert Dubois, and here today with me is Jacob Byron and Mel Childs. Our first topic of today is the World Series. Tomorrow night, the Red Sox go up against the St. Louis Cardinals. They're one win away from winning the entire World Series, which is a surprise because last year they finished 69 and 93, and they're one game of winning it all. Jacob, what are your thoughts?
Well, you said it yourself, they're one game away from winning it all. I really like their chances. One game in home at Fenway. It's going to be, first of all, it's going to be a great game. I might actually watch it, even though I'm not really that big of a baseball fan. But when you look at this game, I like the two pitchers going against each other that they have projected to start. You got Lackey versus Waka. It's a great matchup. Now, Waka, he has better stats overall, lower ERA, more win, well, not necessarily more wins, but just a better win-loss percentage. I really like the matchup pitching-wise, but I do think that Boston's going to take it. I think their hitting is going to overmatch Waka's pitching ability. Really? And I see Boston taking it. I think they score 3 runs. I think the score might be 3-1 in there, maybe 3-2.
Ramel?
Interesting. You think they're taking it tomorrow in Game 6?
Yes.
I don't know. I really feel like the scrappiness of the Cardinals, which they've been doing a lot in the past 10 years, not being very good, but being just good enough to get to the playoffs and then getting hot then. Again, they're a scrappy team. They will bring this game back. They will bring this game to Game 7. Other than that, if the Red Sox have Lester pitching Game 7, this series is over. The series is over in 7.
Next topic is the NBA. The NBA starts this week.
Basketball's
Jacob,
back.
what are your thoughts on the season?
Well, I'm not as excited as he is about basketball, but really
I'm a Knicks fan, so I really don't have much.
Looking at the landscape of basketball, I got to give it to the Heat again. I'm a Heat bandwagon fan. LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, just the entire Miami Heat, what the team encompasses is just too great. I don't see another team really stopping them, whether it be the Pacers or the Spurs, even the newborn Derrick Rose and the Bulls. I just do not see them competing. I see the Heat taking the championship again, a three-peat for the Heat, as it were, and just.
Ramel, what are your thoughts?
I mean, three-peat. Yeah, the Heat probably will win the NBA championship. But you need to remember that the Spurs were only about 4 points from 2 minutes from winning a championship last year. There are going to be teams that are going to challenge in the East. Yes, the Knicks. They'll give them somewhat of a run for their money. The Nets are definitely revamped their team. KG, Paul Pierce, big defensive presences. And my favorite free agent pickup of this past offseason for the Pacers, Louis Scola. Defender, rebounder. He'll spell David West a little bit. He's 33 years old, so Scola will be there, grab rebounds, keep West healthy for the playoffs. But in the West, it's really a toss-up. I've seen people picking the Clippers. The Clippers are good. If the Clippers can play defense, they'll clearly give Miami a run for their money.
But they won't win. The Heat will win.
The next topic is going into the NFL. The matchups this week are the Chiefs versus the Bills. Ramel, what are your thoughts?
The Chiefs are 8-0, but they're not playing anybody. They've beaten the Titans, they've beaten the Jaguars. Again, that's not really saying much with either one of these squads. Alex Smith is known as a game manager because that's exactly what he is. I think he went about a stretch for about 3 or 4 weeks without throwing a touchdown pass. The Chiefs will be 9-0. They'll beat the Bills. These are the Bills we're talking about. Though Thad Lewis has been playing pretty well, in replacement of EJ Manuel.
Jacob?
Chiefs undefeated. I don't think they're an undefeated team at all. You look at the teams that they've beaten outside of Dallas aren't that good at all, and they haven't even played the Broncos yet. The second they play the Broncos, I say that they get their first loss. I mean, they play them week 11, then week 13 again. They're going to get losses within those weeks, at least 1 or 2. But you look at this matchup this week, unfortunately for the Bills, I do think the Chiefs take it just because they're the more complete team. The Bills have a lot of issues. I do like the Bills' defense, though. But when it comes down to it, the Chiefs will score a few more points. I see it being a close matchup somewhere in the even 17-14 range. Not a lot of offense, a lot of defense.
Reasonable.
This week, the New York Jets also take on the 4-4. They take on the 6-1 New Orleans Saints. Jacob, what are your thoughts on the game?
The Jets got destroyed last week. Like, they just got obliterated by the Cincinnati Bengals. And Drew Brees is playing his best football day. He threw 5 touchdown passes and was spreading the ball around to everybody but Darren Sproles on my fantasy team. I'm probably going to drop you this week.
Same.
But the Saints are going to win this one in a blowout. I mean, I love the Ryan against Ryan thing, Rex Ryan against defensive coordinator, his brother. But they do take it in a blowout. I'd say about probably 35-14, maybe, for the Jets.
Ramel?
I like to think that the defense will actually come to play this week, even though you are playing against Drew Brees. Wow. Who throw it to whoever is open. He does not care. He has no favorite receiver. He throws it to whoever's open. This game probably will be a blowout. I mean, come on. Like the Jets' offense may not do much. Like they're more likely to have a bad game than a good game. So I don't know. This game might be like 37-6. I'm reluctant to say that.
Glad we agree on that.
Next matchup is the New York Jets, Pittsburgh Steelers, who are 2-5, versus the New England Patriots, who are 6-2. Ramel, what are your thoughts?
This is a very interesting matchup in that both teams haven't been playing very well, especially the Steelers at 2-5. But Tom Brady has not been playing very well. He's been playing like an average quarterback, which is blasphemy at this point in his career. But you know what? The Steelers will sneak in and take one, though. That's really not saying much for the Patriots at this point.
Wow, I don't see the Steelers coming in to do anything at all, really. I think they're a very flat team. I think they got rid of their most exciting players, really, when it came down to getting rid of Mike Wallace, the loss of James Harrison. All those players are really, well, they're fun to watch, and that's that's kind of part of the NFL. It's fun to watch. But for talking about Tom Brady is one of the best quarterbacks this generation's ever seen. You talk about 3 Super Bowl wins, 5 Super Bowl appearances. Yeah, he lost to the Giants twice, but whatever. He's still winning games. 6-2, he's still winning games. He might not throw as many touchdowns, but the Patriots win. You got to credit Bill Belichick for still winning. They'll just win.
Reluctantly, yes, we do. We really do have to credit Bill Belichick. His team is essentially plug and play, with the exception of Tom Brady. If you're good, if you're at least decent, he'll find a spot for you.
And that does it for this week's edition of the Sports Shuffle. I'm Robert Dubois with Jacob Byron and Ramel Childs. See you next week.